It's time now for the Tool Shed, where we talk about home improvement, ownership, and DIY projects. The Tool Shed is brought to you in part by The Glass Doctor of Michiana with 3 locations in South Bend, Goshen, and Elkhart. And by Penny Seegers Remax Results. Real estate that makes sense. Now here is your host, the king of tools, Warren Seegers. Along with Penny Seegers for that extra curbside appeal. Now sit back and enjoy this week's show.
Welcome into the Tool Shed. I'm Warren Seegers, and with me is my lovely co-host, Penny Seegers.
Hello. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We've been kind of on a hiatus.
For those of you that did not know, we are on a new format now. Instead of doing the Tool Shed every Thursday,
right,
we're doing it every third Thursday.
No, fourth.
Fourth?
Last Thursday of the month. So, I mean, it may not necessarily
Oh, that's right, because that was the last Thursday of the month. So,
right.
Needless to say, this program is a week short.
Right.
Yeah, or a week late, I should say.
Yes, yeah, because we should have been last week on Thanksgiving because of it being the last Thursday of November, but we were all too carved up and the equipment was deciding to be
it was on strike. It was not working with us at all. So this is our Thanksgiving special. So tonight we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about when is the proper time to put up Christmas decorations and light them. And we're going to explain why all these Christmas trees are behind us.
Is there really a proper time to put up Christmas decorations?
Yes, there is.
If it makes you happy, put them up when it makes you happy. That's what I say.
We'll get into that discussion. Let me finish talking about what we're going to have tonight.
Okay.
And, of course, we are going to have Dan Gann and Greg Snyder in tonight. We're going to talk to both of them separately because they're kind of the same but different. But they both work with Operation Ramp It Up. And we're going to talk to them about how they are helping veterans and installing ramps for them. Okay. So, well, let's get to the big debate here. I can already see we're going to have a fight. There's a fight on our hands. But
Not necessarily.
Oh, well, not necessarily. You already started it.
I didn't start anything. It depends on your definition of a fight.
When you disagree with what I say. Now get downstairs in the kitchen and make me a turkey pot pie.
I disagree.
See, that doesn't work. Okay, so when it comes to Christmas decorations, here's my viewpoint. You can put them up a week before Thanksgiving, but you cannot light them. You must wait till Thanksgiving night before you light your Christmas tree decorations. What say you?
I agree with that.
What? You agree with me?
Except in a pandemic. Because normally I actually refuse to listen to even Christmas music until the day after Thanksgiving. But this year I started early because I'm just over.
So you still disagree with me?
No, I don't.
But you just said.
I said this
See,
year
folks,
was
what I have
the
to go through
exception
here.
to the rule.
Exception to the rule. I think the exception to the rule is you're right, but I want to disagree with you.
Except when I decide that you're wrong.
Right. Oh, not fair.
Which means you have like no idea when you might be wrong because
I'm always wrong. I'm married. That's what this is. This is the
I'm always wrong ring.
Yes, it's a club that all men in America are in. This is I'm always wrong, honey, and yes, dear, I'll get that done soon.
Good. But no, in all seriousness, no, I would agree with you. Typically, and I think most of America actually would agree with you as well, that typically Christmas decorations should not be lit until after Thanksgiving.
I'm not too sure on that though, because this year.
But I'm saying this year,
they're up early.
But if you really read the posts, a lot of people even prefaced that with
That they were just bored.
They were bored. That their normal is it doesn't go up until after Thanksgiving, but they just needed some extra cheer this year.
I will agree with that.
And they normally. It doesn't go up till Thanksgiving Day. It doesn't go on until after Thanksgiving. But they're like, this year is an exception to the rule.
And I've noticed this year, I think that there are way more Christmas decorations up. So, if you're out there and you're watching on one of our live feeds, let us know what your thoughts are. If, it should be a week before, or what your tradition is when you hang up your Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
And also let us know if you think that you've seen more Christmas decorations up this year.
Or if you were one that normally doesn't do until after Thanksgiving, but this year you actually did put them up before because of everything that's going on.
Yes. Well, speaking of Christmas decorations, we have all these little Christmas trees behind us. This is your brainchild, so I'm going to let you talk about it.
Okay. Well, and speaking of this not being a normal year, part of this brainchild is because, again...
You were bored.
It's because it's not a normal year. If you watched my Facebook Live post on the Oedipus Venture the other day, I explained one of our traditions in our household, which is the Advent calendar. And Advent calendar is something that we've done in our family for many, many, many years. I don't even remember exactly when I bought it. I think Jory might have been about 10. But I think I may have bought it when you were deployed the first time mobilized down at Fort Benning, Georgia. Because, you were gone and it was a way to do something with the kids where they had something every day because it wasn't a normal year.
Right, because we didn't even have a Christmas tree when I was on active duty down there.
Not down there, but we were still up here.
Okay.
You came home for Christmas Exodus, but it would just, wasn't normal because you weren't home for the whole month of December or the Christmas season. You were home for Christmas, but not the Christmas season. But anyway, I realized this year that because of the pandemic and the corona stuff, I'm going to actually have all of my kids home for the whole month of December. They're all adults, so this is probably the last year I'm going to have all the kids home for the whole month of December.
I don't believe that. They will come back. They'll
come back, but I'm just saying the whole month of December.
Oh, okay. During that time.
Yeah, they're actually home for the whole month of December and living under the roof. They'll be home, but this will probably be the last time they're going to be home the whole month of December under the roof for all of Advent. So
I definitely know they're home. It is definitely louder than it was a month ago in this house.
And I am definitely not making enough for supper every night because they're all home. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not yet.
They're locusts.
I haven't adjusted.
Like tonight, plus we had one of their friends was over tonight also, so definitely was not enough.
Well, he just made up because the other two weren't here, so... But anyway,
when Mom says supper's done in this household, you better come running because it's not going to last.
It's
first come,
gone.
first serve.
But anyway, so what this is first day of Advent is I actually bought them all their own little tree, but then I made it a competition because they're very competitive. So they all had to decorate their tree, and then we're going to post the pictures on Oedipus Venture, and the person that the kid that gets the most votes is going to win a lottery ticket. And there's going to be a couple of other crafty things throughout the Advent season on this one. I made it very fun. I've been plotting this one for about a month or so, and I'm really excited about this Advent calendar for them.
And I think
to make it interactive.
I might need to put a note on that all of our kids are actually old enough to play the lottery. We're not buying lottery tickets for a 4-year-old.
Oh, right. They're all over the age of 18.
It is legal. Okay.
They are all over the age of 18.
Yes.
So they have until midnight tonight to finish, and then tomorrow we'll be posting the pictures online for the voting to start.
And when we put these online, we're not going to put who did which one.
No.
Because we don't want their friends to, like, hey, go and help me, and vote for it. So it's just going to be numbered 1 through 4.
Right, tree 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yep. So, well, anyway, we need to get to our guests tonight. Okay. And I'm telling you, this is a very good project. We here at the Tool Shed, which is part of the Edifice venture, we've become involved with that on the Indiana level. So I'm really excited to promote this and let people know what Operation Ramp It Up is doing for veterans that are in need of ramps because disabilities and things like that.
Yeah,
so
it's a very good.
So when we come back, we're going to have Greg Snyder with us. Greg Snyder is the founder of Operation Ramp It Up, and we're going to talk with him, and we actually have a video to show what they do in a little bit more detail. So don't go anywhere. Stay with us right here on the Tool Shed.
Call the Glass Doctor. Call the Glass Doctor. We'll fix your paint. Oh yeah!
I'm glad we saved money with that discount agent. I don't know why nobody else wanted this place.
Welcome back to the Tool Shed. I'm Warren.
And I'm Penny.
And we need to say hi to some people out there. Tell me, you can say hi to your group of
Well,
people.
on Garden House Flags, we've got Catherine Holmes, Leanne Malott, David Williams, Kelly Kramer, Carol Hammond, and Elaine Heeker. So thank you for watching.
Apologize if I butcher anybody's names, but we need to say hi to Kimberly Basker, Karen Padinsky, Bob Soros. Hey, Bob, how you doing? Ophelia Smith, and Bill Bishop, along with Missy Newton and Penny Fry. Thanks for watching. We always appreciate it when people do that. So we're going to talk with Greg Snyder.
Okay.
But before we talk to him, we are going to go to a video that actually shows one of the ramp builds of Operation Ramp It Up, so we get a little bit of an idea of what they do. And now the ramp build that we're going to watch is actually a very special ramp build for Operation Ramp It Up because it was their 100th ramp that they installed, and they did it right here in Elkhart, Indiana.
Okay, so they don't always just do Elkhart, they do.
No, but we'll let him tell us about all those spots.
All right.
So let's go to that video.
My name is Greg Snyder. I'm the founder and CEO of Operation Ramp It Up. Well, what we're doing here today is we're helping a veteran in Elkhart, Indiana, get access to be able to get in and out of his house. He had trouble with mobility. He's a little shaky on his steps, and we're helping actually one of his family members who's confined to a wheelchair. So we're helping 2 family members, thanks to his service for being a veteran for us. With the help of UPS and others, we keep going more and more ramps, and this is our 100th ramp. And like I said, my contractor came from Illinois, I came from Cincinnati, and then we're using all these folks here in Elkhart. And this will be our second or third veteran. Obviously, we helped in Elkhart, and we actually are going to go measure evaluate another veteran on the way home. So within 2 weeks, we'll be helping another veteran here in Elkhart, Indiana.
I'll bet we can get to the doctor now, can't we? Yeah, we can. So you were inside and you got to see all the work that was put in here for this ramp. Can you tell me what it means to you to have this resource available, put in by people who truly care about the sacrifices you've made for this country?
It means a lot to me and my family. And can't thank everybody enough for what they've done. And they've given up their free time on a Sunday, especially, to come here and just help us out, and I really do appreciate it.
Over here.
Oh.
Welcome back. Hold on, folks. We forgot to put our headphones in, and then we grabbed them, and then as Penny and I both grabbed for them, we tied them into a knot because we have to share. Actually, we're so loving of a couple, we just want to share our headphones. And Coy, just to let you know, I do hear us in our headphones, so we're getting a weird, freaky feedback. And we're going to go ahead and bring Greg Snyder in. Hey, Greg, how are you doing?
Hey.
Hi, guys. Hi, Penny. Hi, Warren.
Hi.
Nice to meet
Hi.
you both.
Thanks for joining
Warren, thank you. Hey, Warren, first of all, I want to start off by thanking you for your service.
Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Hopefully, I'll never need a ramp, though, later on in life, but, you know, that's never a guarantee.
Yeah, and yet he built us a house with, like, all stairs.
Yeah. So, Greg, tell us about Operation Ramp It Up, because your story is very interesting. This is a family thing that started out, right?
Yes. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm actually a UPS employee. And about 7 years ago, I had the privilege. I'm kind of like a volunteer coordinator also in the Cincinnati area. So I had the privilege of putting in a ramp with a local nonprofit, and it was just like the ramp you saw there. They're so touching. We were able to help a veteran, actually a deceased veteran's spouse. She couldn't get in and out of her house, and so within like 2 hours, we put in a ramp, and just got to see how rewarding it was, how touching it was for her to be able to get out of her house, because she would have to wait for a loved one, a family member, or some type of service to come over and help her carry her down the steps, get her out. So we did a couple more in Cincinnati, and it got to be rewarding. And I had finally got UPS involved, the UPS Foundation, and they started supporting some ramps. And it just got to be something that I really enjoyed. And I thought, you know what, I can do this myself. So to start making some more partners, and also I can't thank UPS enough, the UPS Foundation. But we started getting more partners, and I had the privilege of going out to Seattle, Washington, and we did the same thing. We put a ramp in for a veteran out there, and it was actually a Vietnam veteran that was suffering from Agent Orange, and he had one of his legs amputated, and he needed help with his mobility. So we put a ramp in, and the manufacturer of these aluminum ramps was actually from Seattle, and they liked what we were doing, and they decided to be a major partner, and they got us some publication in some national magazines, and they start donating ramps. So next thing you know, we got 10 ramps, 20 ramps. We're starting to move different states, and now moving forward 7 years later, my family got involved. My wife helped out, and it's our nonprofit. It's my family's nonprofit, Operation Ramp It Up. We have over 110 ramps now. We have ramp activity in 21 states, and it's just so rewarding just to be able to help veterans, and we actually help others also, but we mostly specialize in veterans, just to give them their mobility back, just thanking them for their service and giving us our freedom. And it just like you got to see in the video you just watched, I got to experience that over 100 times, seeing the veteran get to use the ramp for the first time, seeing them come and go without assistance. It's just so rewarding.
So if someone would like to get information about Operation Ramp It Up, say a veteran needs a ramp, how did they get in touch with you, and did they go through an application process? How does that work?
Yeah. Well, I'm on all the social media networks, Operation Ramp It Up, word of mouth, shows like this. There is an application process, and I like to see that they are a veteran or have some type of relationship with a veteran, and I like them to choose to go through all their financial avenues, whether it's going through the VA, Medicare, Medicaid, and when nobody else will help them, that's when I want to step in, and then I'll review the application with my board, and then we'll decide, yes, we will help them. And that's when we will use the UPS Foundation, the VFW Foundation, we actually had the honor after we did the ramp up there. We got Get Wet for a Vet help us up there, and they helped us with our 105th ramp in Elkhart. Not our 105th ramp in Elkhart, but our total 105th ramp that we have done nationally, which was another one in Elkhart. So different organizations help us out. And I'm excited that we're now part of Amazon Smile. I'm part of United Way. I just applied for an NFL grant, and I'm going to start working with the Gary Sinise Foundation also. So I'm getting more and more avenues of getting funding in and some grant help. And then in return, we just want to keep helping veterans. So mostly, to answer your question, is go to our website or contact us, email, or the phone number. Phone number comes directly to me, and I'll talk to them. And just by hearing their story, what they need, and knowing that they've exhausted all the other financial avenues, that's when we'll step in and we'll help them out.
All those grants, do those help with the actual ramp itself? Do they help? Does that help with you traveling in order to get the ramp to them? What does all those like? I know the Amazon Smile. That's the Amazon Smile. That's an organization where, like, if people buy things through Amazon, you get a cut of the proceeds. Correct? Yeah. So when you get that money,
I just signed up for that.
What does that help with? So that people want to go to the Amazon Smile to buy things to donate to your cause. What does those proceeds help with? What does that fund?
Thank you for that question. Yes, the proceeds will help fund. So when I finally establish a veteran that needs help, I need to send a contractor to their house, and what they'll do is they'll evaluate their home, and they'll decide what's the best fit for a ramp. Will it come out their garage? Will it come out their front door, back door, side door? You have to put in a foot of ramp per every inch of step. And the aluminum ramps are very expensive, but one good thing about these, they're reusable. And I have the privilege of picking up ramps in so many different states. I'm picking up ramps right now, Oregon, Texas, Oklahoma, Connecticut, Massachusetts. I'm picking up all these ramps, and UPS Freight has been awesome because they can ship any of my ramp across the country wherever I need it free. And that helps with some of the costs. But the money that these grants that are paying for, to answer your question, will pay for the ramp material and the contractor. The contractor does an evaluation, comes back with me, gives me a price, tells me how much the ramps it's going to cost, and then I decide how much I can spend, how much we have in that area, how much used ramp we can use to get the price down, and then it pays for the ramp material. And then that's my job then to find volunteers in that area that need to help. You know, UPS has been a great VFW, different companies. And I'll let Dan up there talk a little bit more about the volunteers he used in Elkhart just recently. But yes, the grant and the financial help helps pay for the material, the aluminum, and my contractor.
Nice. Okay, great. Thank you.
And if someone wants to make a donation or get more information or how to apply for a ramp, what is your website address?
OperationRampItUp.com, and we have a donate page. You can do Visa, MasterCard, you can do PayPal, whatever, or you can do Venmo, whatever's the easiest that way. Or my address is on there also. You can send us a check. We're a small nonprofit that keeps getting larger and larger, and the only way we can keep helping veteran after veteran in 21 states now and over 110 ramps is by donations and support from individuals and companies. So we do appreciate it.
Greg, I want to thank you for everything that you're doing for the veterans throughout the country, obviously, and for coming on the show tonight. So we're going to go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we will have Dan Gann, who is the coordinator for, I guess, the regional part of Indiana, northern Indiana, I guess, and part of southern Michigan, maybe. But he'll go into the details with that. So don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We're going to talk more about this great organization.
Call the Glass Doctor. Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your paint. Oh yeah!
Were you able to find any other listings in the area, for comparison?
I don't do that.
Isn't that your job?
I'm not that kind of agent, no.
Then why didn't I start here to begin with?
I don't know, but we're back online.
Okay.
Surprise! Welcome back to the, I said the Edifice Venture, I'm messing up too. The Tool Shed, which is part of the Edifice Venture. And we are talking with the bigwigs of Operation Ramp It Up, and bigwig from Indiana we have Dan Gann shaking his head like
not really a bigwig, but I will tell you that the
big beard.
In the green room, I was looking around while I was waiting to appear, and I happened to find a photo album of the all-male review. What is that?
That's for off camera. We'll talk about that
Yeah.
off camera.
We were all young once. So, Dan, you are...
And that's not in the green room. That's in my office. Why are you snooping around my office?
Oh, I thought that was the green room. Oh, I'm sorry. The kids must have put me in the wrong room.
I think there's corruption going on here.
There's some kind of conspiracy theory.
Yeah. So, now the light goes on to tell us we're on here. Hopefully none of that was on the air. So, Dan, tell us about Operation Ramp It Up in Indiana. How did you get involved with this and take that part on?
So I have to thank a couple people for that. First, Greg Schneider for coming to town with the first ramp, and Louis Centron for making part of that happen, as well as Albert Salazar. Okay, they both happen to be in management at UPS.
Okay.
And Greg had reached out to them to be able to do this ramp. So I was kind of guilted into it for the first one, and then I saw what amazing things that Operation Ramp It Up does, and I just knew that I needed to be part of it. And when it came to our second ramp, which we did in Southern Michigan, it was a call to Greg, and it happened to be a veteran that needed a ramp, didn't have much time left, and Greg made that happen within just a few days.
Wow.
Nice. So now you have installed 4 total ramps?
I've been involved in 4 ramps.
Okay, and then your third ramp,
which was the 100th.
That was the 100th, and that's kind of where I got guilted in to helping out from you, and that's how I got involved with it also. And then you and I worked on, with all the other volunteers, we did the 4th ramp.
Right.
Now the 4th ramp, I think is kind of an amazing story, because you had people jumping out of the woodwork to help finance that.
Right. So we had Get Wet for a Vet that stepped up to the plate and gave us money to make sure that that ramp was going to happen for that veteran. And then we had some firefighters that showed up, unbeknownst to us. The Oslo Township firefighters showed up to help install that ramp. So it was awesome.
Yeah. It was a lot of people helping.
It was a lot
more
of
than
people.
enough. And it was interesting because I actually interviewed one of the firefighters from there, and I asked him how important he thought the project was, and he said, just on a safety issue from what they do, it's very important, because a lot of times when they make calls, people don't have ramps, and it makes it difficult when you have to take someone out of the house and down the stairs and stuff like that. That the ramps actually help them do their job better also.
When you're installing a ramp, about how many volunteers on average does it take to get one of those installed?
Okay, so I've been on ramps that there were a handful of people, say 5 or 6 people, and I've been on, well, the last one, I think we had 20-some people that were out at the ramp. So with a handful of people, depending on how large the ramp is, we can cut down the amount of time that we need the contractor to set aside for us to be able to put the ramp together. So what would normally take a contractor a whole day, with the volunteers, we can get it down to about 3.5, 4 hours max.
And so having more volunteers means less money you have to pay a contractor. Am I understanding that correctly?
It just allows for us to be able to work better with the contractor, because there are a lot of other things that go into moving the ramp, bringing the contractor in, his time, and making sure that we're covering all the bases so that there's no liabilities.
Right. Because of the slopes and everything.
Right.
What I can't think of the IDA. What was the standards you have to meet?
So,
for disability, I can't remember the acronym.
The ADA?
Oh, ADA.
Yes,
Right.
it has to be ADA compliant.
Right, and that's what the contractor does, is make sure that we're ADA compliant, as well as bring us all the hardware, bring us the ramp, and they bring some tools. The last few ramps that I've been involved in, I made sure that we brought extra tools, and at the last one, I told everybody that was coming, bring some tools so that nobody has idle time.
Right. So if someone wants to make a donation or help out or be involved with Operation Ramp It Up, I guess, Indiana?
Well, so everything runs through Operation Ramp It Up.
Okay.
Greg takes care of all of that, him and his family and his team. They take care of all of that. Where I come into play is if I know somebody locally, what I do is I make sure that we get them the information to get them to Greg, as well as I take down the information and talk to Greg directly.
Okay, so you're doing all the logistics of making sure that the information is getting back and forth, and then
Right.
the project's being completed in Indiana. Is it just northern Indiana that?
Well, we've done southern Michigan as well.
Okay.
But my primary focus with Greg is that we're going to take care of northern Indiana. So if he needs me someplace, of course, I'd like to go out to one of his other builds this next year and try to help him where he's come to town here, and I want to be able to go where he's at and help them there as well.
So I'll just say, from my personal experience working with the ramps and doing that, it's always a good time. Just the camaraderie between people. The last ramp we did, they brought donuts out for us. It's a good time and fun. So
yep, have a good time.
And a good cause. So, well, that does it for our time. If you would like more information about Operation Ramp It Up, their website is operationrampitup.com. Simple enough.
They also have a Facebook page.
They do have a Facebook page, so if you just do a keyword search for Operation Ramp It Up, you'll be able to find them there also.
And I believe from what Greg had said that all the information about every place that they can donate and all the different organizations that they go through, like the Amazon Smile, is all that information is on their Facebook page and their website.
Amazon Smile is actually a great way to help out, because you sign up for that once and you say you want your donations because you're not really giving money. It works off of a percentage of your sales that you buy. Amazon donates that to your charity.
Right.
So it doesn't cost you anything. Just sign up for it and you'll be helping them out. Just make sure that you put them on the thing that's who you want your charity to go to.
Right.
So. All right. Well, Dan, thanks for coming in again. Always appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Every time he comes in, he looks a little different.
Right. The first time was bald. Second time some hair. Now I've got the facial hair.
Was that like a Movember, or the
No
Movember
shave.
No Shave November challenge?
UPS changed its policy and allowed for employees that interact with the community to start growing facial hair, aside from just a mustache. So I outweighted them for 31 years, and they finally caved, and I got to grow a beard.
I outweighted the Army 22 years, and guess what? They never changed their
policy.
Their policy. So, oh, that's right. You know what? We got another. Before we go, we do have one more video we got to watch. So let's go to that too. Thanks for the reminder, then, there, boys.
So we are here to install a ramp for a veteran that needs access in and out of his home. We got a bunch of volunteers to show up, a little bit more than what we planned on, but heck, we can use all the help that we can get. We have riders from CVMA, the Oslo Township Fire Department, UPS workers, of course, Goody from the Axemen, and Army Riders just showed up. So it looks like it's going to be a good day.
All right, well, that is our show tonight. Our next time we're going to be on will be, I don't even know.
Oh, no, the next show will actually be New Year's Eve, and it will be our Christmas special.
Yep.
And again, another tradition that we started with the family and the kids is that we draw names with our family, and we have a theme every year. The last couple years we did every gift had to come from an antique store, and we decided to change it up this year. We still love antiques, but we wanted to do something a little different. So this year everything has to come from a local shop. So we drew
like any store?
Yeah, but it can't be a big
Walmart?
box. No.
Oh, can't be Walmart.
No. It has to be a local mom and pop store.
Gift cards don't count, right?
Nope.
Darn,
Nope.
it's gonna be tough again.
For us girls, us
us
gals,
guys,
that's easy for us because we like to shop. But it's gonna be a little tougher for you guys. So we'll probably pick a Saturday and go out. But then we'll do the New Year's Eve show where everybody gets to show off what they got from each other and who had their name. So.
All right, well, that is our show for tonight. Don't forget to go to our YouTube channel. Be sure to do a keyword search for Edifice Venture. Be sure to subscribe and like us on Facebook and follow us. And until our next show, DIY until you die.